So ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, this is a very different video. I've sort of categorized 13 different classes of people or different categories of passengers that you'll be getting in your car, okay? So let's start off with a very strange category. These are guys and girls that'll use your Uber to move their belongings. It's almost like they're getting a cheap moving truck, and they will usually order an SUV or an XL where they can just pack in stuff. Now, how many times have you experienced, roommates moving or people moving into place and they have a lot of luggage and just a lot of belongings? Very interesting. You get somewhere and you just start packing your car with tons of stuff, bags, pots and pans, you name it. So like, you're almost like an inexpensive moving company. And most of the times, believe it or not, you don't get tipped, okay? One good piece of advice is start the trip the moment you pick up the first bag, because your time is money, okay? And they will sort of expect you to help them pack the car, pick up the things. So you're going to be doing a lot of schlepping, lifting, walking, packing, and you'll end up with one or two passengers and a full XL or full SUV. Not my favorite trip, to be quite honest, but you know what? I'm in the game to help the people and move, and you get a little bit of money out of it. So that's that one category. The next category would be people traveling with pets, mainly dogs. I've hardly seen people travel with cats, big dogs or small dogs. And you know what? I love animals. Just again, be prepared. And usually it's not an Uber X or anything like that. It's a bigger vehicle like an XL or an SUV. If they have a small dog, yes, they will get into your Uber X or your Black or your Select. But have a brush with you and get prepared to remove a lot of hairs. Okay, that's one of the downfalls. If one of these dogs should throw up in your car, you know what? You're going to have to charge a cleaning fee. I've only heard from one or two other drivers that happened, but thank God, knock on wood, hasn't happened to me. But that would be category number 2, picking up people with pets. Category number 3, students, college students, picking them up around universities and college. A lot of fun. Generally, 2 to 6, sometimes 7 people. They love the economy class. They love Uber X. They also love traveling in big packs and sharing fares. I think that's awesome. One thing I love about these students and college students is that they act very responsible. They don't get behind the wheel if they've had a couple of drinks. They'll rather team up and share a $20 fee or a $10 fee amongst 5 or 6 people, and it costs them a couple of dollars each. Great. I take my hat off to them. Always have fun with students, always funny to listen to the stories and the exciting stuff that they're doing. Generally loud music, auxiliary, get ready for your auxiliary, and just a lot of energy in your car. Fun group of people. Category number 4, ladies and gentlemen, teenagers and children. Groups of 13, 14, 15-year-olds or picking kids up at school. Expect a lot of noise, a lot of commotion in the car, a lot of craziness, erratic noises. Don't be distracted by that. But again, give them music, let them play their music. They plug it into their cell phone, and generally they are happy. Always have waters and mints on board. They usually clean you out. Okay, they think that this is a little novelty, or it's like a candy shop, and they will clean you out. They will take your mints. They will take your water. So get prepared for that, ladies and gentlemen. But again, I love kids. I want to make sure that the parents' kids get delivered safe and sound at the destination. I mean, our kids are our most precious ones. So, I have 2 little boys. I just pretend, hey, I got my own kids on board, and I make 100% sure that there's a safe delivery and that all goes well. If need be, I'll update the parents, because sometimes they check in. Category number 5, businessmen, businesswomen, usually 1 to 4 people, or people going to a meeting, getting prepared for a meeting. And what you will see there is a lot of talking amongst themselves or individuals on the phone, on the laptop. That can happen in any category, UberX, SUV, if it's groups that are going to meetings, or XL, groups that are going to meetings. You know, you let them conduct their business, you don't interfere, and if they want to talk or if they have questions for you, they'll bring it up. But generally you will see that they're business minded, they're in suits, they're dressed accordingly, and they're very, very busy, or they're acting very busy. Offering them the right temperature, air conditioning, waters, couple of extras, always a good idea. Sometimes you get tips. Okay. Couples, you know, there's a lot of couples that'll just dress up, go to a restaurant together, or they go out for the evening. You can see that they're very much in love, and they're just enjoying a night out on town. Now they may have a babysitter, and it's dating night. Fun people to talk to, usually a very engaging conversation. Again, could be any one of the categories. You know, if it's luxury, they're usually very, very dressed up and maybe a little bit more sophisticated, but you treat them all equally, like all colors, all races, all nationalities. You just treat everyone with respect and professionalism. Fun people to drive, usually a lot of conversations going on, okay, between the three, the couple and you. Singles, you know, just individual guys, individual girls in their 20s, 30s, 40s, fun people, usually very engaging. Those are more like intimate conversations that you have, where you talk about travels, you talk about work, fun. Those trips are quick. You get them from A to B. You offer them a couple of the amenities on board, and they usually travel in all different types of Uber categories. The real upbeat, jump in the front seat guys, that's the next category. I've lost count of all the categories, but I have 13 categories. You know, the ton of energy coming your way, ton of energy going back from you. Fun people, you know, good people to give a business card to, good people to network with, and hopefully they become repeat customers. Then the real downbeat negative guys, I don't know, they're just, you can pick up the vibe. It's an energy in the car, and you know, you're just worried that you're going to do something wrong, but they're sort of like watching every move, and you know, air's not, you know, temperature's not right, and this, and it's just, I hate to say it, but you can just feel it, right? You can just feel that you have this Mr. or Mrs. Negative on board. It's okay. Just do the best you can, and should you for some reason get a bad rating from that trip, don't take it personal. It's not you. It's not about you. Usually it's about them. Okay. Now another category which is big in certain cities, mainly in metropolitan cities like Los Angeles, New York, a lot of celebrities, rock stars, actors. You know what? Again, sure, you'll get a shock when Channing Tatum gets in your car, Dwayne Wade. I did, but you know, I treat them like real people, and they will treat you the same. I've had 99% good experiences with these type of celebs. You know, even had Guns N' Roses and that, or a lot of musicians, bands, groups in the car on multiple occasions drive them, and you know what? They're people like you and I. They enjoy talking, and they're fun. You don't get shocked, don't get nervous, don't do anything stupid on the road. Just pretend they're just another person. That's my advice there. A very weird category, transporting materials or goods or boxes. Many times, especially in XL or SUV, you'll get a call from a commercial company and they just want you to cart boxes. I drive, you know, whether it's restaurant equipment or deliveries of clothes or goodie bags. My funniest trip was 150 In-N-Out burgers for a wedding. I went and picked that up. So when I'm talking about material things, these are non-living, just boxes of things. They're not people in your car, and you just deliver them from A to B, and you get paid the same way. You don't have to talk to the box. They don't chat back. They don't rate you. You just make sure that you call the person on the other side and say, hey, by the way, everything was delivered on time, and they have it. You let the other people acknowledge that they received it, and that leads to 5 stars, because it's more like an expensive delivery. Okay, it's like a USPS or FedEx the same day, but via Uber. Another category, you know, I hate to say it, but yeah, sometimes you're going to have highly intoxicated or drunk people in your car, troublemakers. Just roll with it. Just make sure that nothing really crazy happens, like they try to get out the car, they hang out the car, put their feet out the car, because you don't want these people to get hurt. So unfortunately, you have to sometimes be a parent there and say, listen, I want to make sure that you get to the place, okay, so if you would be so kind and don't hang out the window. I've had some crazies do it. You know, they're so drunk they don't even know what's going on. So there is a way of handling that. Okay. Now, what else? I think I've covered all the categories. Families, sorry, another big category is families. Mother, father, and a lot of kids going to airports, for example, or going to a function or event, or 4th of July. Fun crowd, you know. Especially when you see the little kids having fun and there's a conversation that breaks out. If you're a parent yourself like me, great. You talk about your kids. You have a lot in common. And it's just usually a very, very enjoyable trip. You will see that mainly in XL. You know, you will sometimes have 1 or 2 people or a family with tons of luggage. They will usually get XL or SUV. And those are usually long airport runs with a lot of bags, a lot of suitcases, so get ready for that. Usually good tips. So I think I've more or less covered all the categories. If you know of another category that I've left out, please put it in my comment box. Okay, I know this is the rather long video, going on to 12-13 minutes, but I pretty much wanted to try and cover all the categories that may be coming your way. I hope I did the best I can. If I did, again, leave something out, you are welcome to compliment it. I wish you a great day, and safe driving, my friends.